We're here at Queen's Park, Queen's Park, Port of Spain, the test match venue here in Trinidad. We have one of the all-time greats, basically. We've got Derek Murray, one of the all-time great West Indian wicket-keeper batsmen. We're here, we've got his gloves, which he tells me never dropped anything with, his cap, and a picture of the World Cup winning side from '75. Derek, you were a member of probably the best West Indian side, probably one of the best test-playing nations of all time. What's your memories of that? I mean, do you still see some of the lads? Do you see any of them? Do you socialise with any of them?
Yeah, it's great memories. We had a great team at the time, and obviously with that brings great camaraderie, great memories. And it's nice to get together and share with people, particularly I suppose I'm closest at the moment to Andy Roberts, Michael Holding, Clive Lloyd. But you know, once you get together, coming out of an era like that, they're immediate bonds. So whenever you see people at any time, you see them, and they're really very happy memories of the times we had. And we feel that we owe it to try and give something back to West Indies cricket at the moment, and we hope to see a resurgence of West Indies cricket sooner rather than later.
It's interesting to talk about the camaraderie, because I mean that to me is one of the good things, the fantastic things about team sport, and it may be one of the things that the youth of today that don't play as much team sport miss out on, actually, no matter what level you play at, be it a test match level or a local club level. Talking of which, talking of current form, West Indies obviously just had a fantastic win in the World Cup, but a 5-day test match is perhaps not so good. How do you view the prospects now for West Indian cricket over the next 3 or 4 years?
Well, we are hoping that the victory in the T20 World Cup will be a catalyst for the team to continue their growth and development, and that there will be a resurgence in what I call proper cricket. Since the victory in the T20, we have to accept that our team has done well in the test matches they've played, albeit Bangladesh, Zimbabwe, New Zealand, but it's gaining a winning habit. And hopefully, as they meet the stronger teams in the years ahead, they will take that confidence into the games with them, and we will see a far more competitive West Indies team.
And we're here in this fabulous museum, which is much better, than, to be frank, than I thought it would be. Full of memorabilia, full of stuff that goes back centuries, really. It's just really good. And that's something that people can be attracted to as a tourist. I have 3 last questions. The best bowler you ever played against, other than a West Indian, non-West Indian?
Difficult, because I suppose as a fast bowler, it would have to be Lillee. As a spin bowler, it would probably be Bishan Baby.
Okay, Bishan Baby. And best batsman that you played against other than West Indian?
Oh, that is so difficult. There were so many really great ones. You may have to say Greg Chappell, probably. I mean, there are too many. Gavaskar, you know, you go down the list, there are so many great batsmen. I would hate to be confined to.
And in terms of wicket keepers, what wicket keepers of today do you appreciate? Who do you think is doing a good job in the test match arena?
Well, I think it's very difficult to say, because I'm not seeing them in person, obviously, and it really is that you don't get a chance to see any particular wicketkeeper playing a long term, because there are so many reasons now why they say they should change the team, change wicketkeepers for different formats of the game, and so it's difficult to choose one that you would say stands out above all the others. But I certainly think that wicket keeping continues to be a very important integral part of any team, whether it be the one-day team or the 4-day, the 5-day test matches. And I'm glad you asked the question, because I think that wicket keepers are underrated, and people tend to talk, oh, whoever is the best batsman, put them in, etc. And I don't think wicket keeping is appreciated for wicket keeping, particularly when you have spin bowlers coming back into the game It's much easier with the fast bowlers, but I think the more you see spinners operating, the more you appreciate what real wicket-keeping is.
Final question, what did you take more delight in, winning the World Cup in '75 or beating England in test matches very, very easily?
I don't think it's so much beating England very easily. It never was easy to beat England. Don't let anybody fool you with that. But I think each competition you go into, you want to win and you want to do the best. And you appreciate everyone. The World Cup at the time, it was the first World Cup ever, and that's always going to be special, no matter what happens in different formats of the game. So that was extremely special, and it was extremely important to win that at the time that we did. But of course, there's this rivalry with England where it's the English game, the Masters teaching us, and it's always good to beat England. But in reality, it's good to beat anybody and win.
Good.